Intersectionality is another important concept to master. Diversity encompasses many characteristics or experiences that can intersect and overlap in virtually unlimited combinations. Sometimes discrimination results from membership or perceived membership in multiple protected groups. These connecting memberships are called intersectionality. Intersectionality describes the way different types of oppressions function together. For example, an employer may have female, disabled, gay, or black employees, none of whom face unequal treatment. Nevertheless, a black lesbian with a disability may face misunderstanding or even discrimination because of the intersection of all those identities. Since oppressive societal institutions, such as racism and sexism and homophobia, are interconnected, they cannot be examined or changed separately from one another. An organization with well-developed diversity awareness will be alert to the fact that the further away people move from the center because of membership in multiple protected groups, the more at risk for discrimination they may be. The level of intersectionality can impact access to rights and opportunities because of the discrimination and disadvantage associated with those identities. Also, intersectionality is important to our awareness that, as Audre Lorde said, there is no hierarchy of oppressions. She wrote, "I was born black and a woman. I am trying to become the strongest person I can become, to live the life I have been given, and to help effect change toward a livable future for this earth and for my children. As a black, lesbian, feminist, socialist, poet, mother of two, including one boy, and a member of an interracial couple, I usually find myself part of some group in which the majority defines me as deviant, difficult, inferior, or just plain wrong. From my membership in all these groups, I have learned that oppression and the intolerance of difference come in all shapes and sizes and colors and sexualities, and that among those of us who share the goals of liberation and a workable future for our children, there can be no hierarchies of oppression." She emphasizes that we cannot afford the luxury of fighting only one form of oppression. Indeed, no one is free when others are oppressed. The term positionality refers to our place in the world based on our dimensions of difference. Where you stand in relation to others in society shapes what you can see and understand about the world. As culturally competent practitioners, we need to identify assumptions that we take as universal truths, but which actually have been crafted by our own unique identity and experiences in the world. As educators, one of our roles is to help our students identify their own assumptions and taken for granted attitudes, values, and beliefs. Finally, it's important to recognize that not all injustice is obvious to all parties involved. Microaggressions are brief and commonplace daily, verbal, behavioral, or environmental indignities, whether intentional or unintentional, that communicate hostile, derogatory, or negative slights and insults based on a dimension of difference. Microaggressions can be micro-assaults, micro-insults, or micro-invalidations. Unfortunately, many of us commit microaggressions even without realizing we have done so. Then, if we are called on this, we tend to get defensive or even more offensive. The remedy for this destructive behavior is to continue to learn and grow. I have used the term dimensions of difference. We all have them. They are aspects of our identities. To clarify, some examples of dimensions of difference are race, religion, ethnicity, social class, language, physical ability or disability, age, and what we are focusing on in this module are sexual orientation, gender identity and expression, and biological sex. We have provided you with a basic concepts note-taking sheet. As we move through the module, you can take notes on information that helps you understand these basic concepts more deeply. Now,